Put your headphones on. It's time. Ready?
He's amazed right now that you can see through walls, Sean.
I know. That's going to be so awesome. Kiwikaki said go for the 50th time. And we see a GOG. No, it's go-go. He forgot the last O. It's a go-go. We are going directly into game number 1, the last first round game of the day. It's Kiwikaki versus DDE.
Here we go. The match has started. We're about to see where these players are going to end up, and it's going to, of course, be in the 2 spots that you can only end up, Sean, on Zone.
Oh, and Kiwikaki disconnects from the game. Oh, my goodness. And the camera's going to be coming back to us soon. Let's have a look of shock and disappointment.
Wait, shock. I was unsure what shock and disappointment. I don't know that emotion. It's like...
We have to rehost the game, so we'll go ahead and be doing that. And I want to say, no, there's a lot of creative things going on in my brain right now. And if Kiwikaki was the admiral of the battle cruiser that Kerrigan was trying to signal, and we were like, let's start that game, what would he say?
Belay that game.
Belay that order. Have you guys seen that cutscene yet? It's in every single break.
You should watch it.
So good.
And then enjoy the very euphoric girl kind of screaming to the song.
Oh yeah, that's one. Why does that happen in every movie? When all of a sudden it's that scene where the person you don't want to die is going to die.
I think we have to blame Michael Bay for that.
Yeah, what is that? Like every single time there's that, hey, ha, 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 and she's slowly taking off her glasses because she's about to die. We got to get the game started. The players have just now joined. There's the ready and the ready. JP, it's time for attempt number 2 of the last lowers bracket game of the day. Kiwikaki versus DDE. It's actually not the last lowers bracket of the game of the day. Well, it might be. Look, this is the last first round game.
This is the last game for one of these players, Sean.
Oh, that's a lot more weight than what I was saying. Take it away, JP.
Sixjax DDE spawning as the blue Terran up here in the top right-hand corner of Zone Caverns, and his opponent from Canada is going to be Kiwikaki from Team Rain as the yellow Protoss.
Already, we have to point out the fact... Oh, good luck, have fun, dude. Hope you play pretty good, dude. And DDE only wants him to have fun.
He is the bad boy of esports, Sean.
No luck wished to his opponent, DDE, a hardened badass, refusing to extend the same courtesy as Kiwikaki. But keep in mind, Kiwikaki does not need that luck, as he has a golden chain with a pair of aces dangling from it.
Now, we talk about how crazy Kiwi is. Look at this pylon placement.
You know, Kiwikaki has been doing this for a long time. It is not because he wants to just power the cliff. He's walling off these areas of his base. If any Blue Flame Hellions come in, it constricts movement. If any drops come in, it constricts movement. It means that he can contain threats even without having any units there to respond.
Here is the very early probe scout. The rack's just now going down there for DDE. Probe's going to do some damage to it, but now another SCV has popped out. We are going to be seeing gas, or should be here pretty soon, at 13 supply for the Terran player. He might have been trying to sneak in another Rax. Right? Nope, there goes the refinery.
It is.
Saw the SCV go down towards the bottom. I wasn't sure exactly what he was scouting. Maybe just looking for a pylon or something that Kiwi could have thrown down. If you pop back into the main of Kiwi, he's actually started his gas and that all-important gateway. Going to be throwing down the second pylon in just a couple of seconds, most assuredly. In the meantime, DDE is going to be adding some SCVs to that refinery. Going to be seeing and looking very intently as to what's going to be added to that Rax.
I'm expecting DDE to build a second barracks that's most consistent with his play. At the same time, though, there is a strong possibility that he could be going for that infamous one base play that has been putting up a ridiculous win rate in this matchup. The 3 barracks, 1 factory, 1 starport, Banshee Tank Marine play. So good. There is the tech lab going down for DDE. This is an interesting play. It likely to me would signal a 1 barracks fast Reaper expand, but if he did go Marauder with concussive shell, that would be a shocking throwback. Oh my gosh, it's a shocking throwback, JP.
Should be getting the concussive shells here pretty soon. He has enough gas for it, and this is something that a while back I was referring to. DDE loves this early game pressure. He will start moving out with the 1 Marine, 1 Marauder, wait for that second Marauder, and then finally commit to the attack. But He hasn't started researching that concussive shell just yet. He does have 100 gas and 400 minerals.
Oh,
there's the second command center. There's the lift with the racks.
Huh.
A little bit of a deviation here. This Marauder might just be to defend against any stalkers that happen to get across the map.
This is an interesting concept that DDE is working with, that the Marine Marauder pressure can be quite solid for both defending and pushing back the Protoss forces. We see them quite far held back at this phase in the game. But what's going to happen after this is that DDE will just be expanding as normal. And he's at, oh, he misplaces the factory. And this is a very hard read for Kiwikaki. He sees the Marauder, he sees the Marine. He will almost certainly begin misresponding, but oh no, Kiwikaki too good for that. Advancing to the front lines, and Kiwikaki, whoa my gosh, incorrectly
going.
Get
it?
Oh, is he going to get it? And he
does!
What has Kiwikaki seen? Nothing. Ooh.
The reason that is a big thing is if he did slip in there, he would have saw the factory, would have saw that reactor, would have seen that second command center, but he did not. But he will be seeing it in just a couple seconds as that observer is being chrono boosted out of the robotics facility. Still on one gate as the second is about halfway complete. Kiwikaki is going for that one gate robo play right now. He is getting kind of high on the minerals. Will he be throwing down a second nexus here? Or will he be using this to warp in an immortal or anything like that?
Those are the Nexus plays, what Kiwikaki's going to be going for. Very surprised to see him do the ultra safe 2-gate and robo play. This is the safest opening in the book for Protoss. He ends up with a decent amount of gateway units, gets the observer up just in case. This is another way of declaring, I am better than my opponent. I can hold off whatever he's going to throw at me. Just going to have to play it safe and spot what he's doing. How will Kiwikaki respond to this weird mixture of units? And is DDE really going to be going for a fast Banshee now? That would be the only sensible reason to get a starport that early.
Looking for the tech lab on that starport. Should be seeing it here pretty... No, a medevac coming out. Maybe elevator drop play? I'm not really sure. We'll have to see what his plan, what that medevac really is. But the observer of Kiwikaki has, in fact, seen that entire base. 2 depots have been dropped down. I would be getting prepared to take down the Nexus, Sean.
I would anticipate the DDE actually has a clever timing coming up, because why get the tanks with siege mode and the medevac, but not have any upgrades for the Marines? Normally you would do something like get Stim and the Marines and move out, but DDE, defying all expectations, he's going to be going for a drop play while he expands. His main is actually quite vulnerable, even though he does have these siege tanks up. This is a lot of space to have to cover with just a few tanks you can easily pick at the left flank.
Meanwhile, back in Kiwikaki camp, we do have a couple of immortals being added on. There is the Forge. Most certainly will be getting that armor upgrade for his ground units, as it is oh so important. The pylon being warped in at the natural, as well as a third gas, it does look like. Not going to be adding on the fourth here just yet. Now, when is DDE going to be moving out, or is he just going to be sitting here on these tanks in his main and waiting for this drop to do some damage? He's already unloaded the Marines, and he's about to walk into the natural. He's got to be careful though. There are force fields. If he doesn't lift in time, he might lose that medevac.
Oh, looks like DDE does manage to break in. Kiwikaki though has very good reaction time, pulling everything back to the left. There's the Guardian Shield. Nice play by DDE. He didn't really do that much damage, but he did get free probe kill, got a Guardian Shield off on a sentry, and literally no damage was dealt back.
Here comes some more stalkers being warped in. The observer sits over this gap right now, south of the natural of DDE.
Oh!
Infantry upgrades, and uh-oh, is he going to catch the medevac? Yes, the medevac dies.
Big misstep.
So do all of the Marines. Not even finishing that one zealot with a total of 9 HP. Is the robotics bay just now started?
Kiwikaki always seems to be a very robo-heavy player. Often you'll see folks get the Colossus up, and then that's about all they do with it. But Kiwikaki regularly getting a lot of observers, a lot of immortals. Look at that, 2 observers. There's a 3rd immortal actually about to pop out as well. But DDE going for this very, very uncommon big barracks plus tank play. We rarely ever see tanks used in this matchup.
And that is quite a bit of tanks right now, and he's just now starting the 5th, while a ton of infantry units will still be coming. Stem about to finish, concussive shells about to finish, Infantry weapons level 1 about halfway. Does he have the combat shield? No, he has not started that, but I would assume that it should be coming here in just a couple of seconds. And now Kiwikaki is taking out the destructible rocks at the high yield. And this is typically what happens on this map. Both players will split the Xel'Naga towers here, and it becomes a huge focal point. Who's going to control the middle and who's going to allow their